Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. And happy Saturday.
You guys, how are you all?
I had my chat open. Do not need to hear myself. Happy Saturday, though. We've been out swimming all day. Oh my gosh. It's been really nice to be able to, for summertime, to be back. I'm just so happy. But I wanted to jump on and spend some time with you guys. And originally, I was going to come on and talk about Karen Reed and Brian Higgins and the text messages and stuff. But Jen had some things going on. So we're going to do that later when she can be here with us. And we're going to go through there was a search warrant released in reference to Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley. And I want to go over that. I might even play a few minutes of Nancy Grace. Then I wanted to talk about another case. Ariel Garcia. It's new to me. It happened a couple months ago, but some body cam has been released. And it's a mom who, did the unthinkable to her own child. She injured him, I think 40 sometimes, and 16 of those were stab wounds, and made all these crazy claims. A body cam has been released. That's actually what brought it to my attention. And I saw an article about the body cam, and then I was like, ooh, when did this happen? I thought maybe we should talk about that, and I think that we will. But we're just going to hang out, relax, like nothing too serious, and just kind of chat about a couple of these cases. So that's the plan. Hey, Laura Bean. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Hey, Selena. Hey, Crime Crochet and Coffee. Punksy. Psycho Cunt. Beautiful Disaster. Lil Red. Neat Noodle. I used my little phone protector today. Sexy Wild Thing. McLovin. Freaking Babyface Claus. Dave G. Meg. I think I said hi to you, Meg, but still. Hey, Music City Mom. Aw. I'm so glad he got you that tablet. Hey, Natasha. Hey, you guys. I'm going to be honest. I'm struggling a little bit. Hey, Petunia. Hey, Christine, Lisa. So I think I'm just going to, I had debated whether I was going to talk about this here, but I think I'm just going to talk to you guys. I try to just keep it as real as I can. So I don't understand. I think that that's just the best way to do it. So anyways, I'm kind of struggling because we had another person that we know take their life, and this time it hits a little closer to home because it is my oldest son's dad's mom, and she took her own life. She left a note that said, "I don't fear the reaper, love mom." And it's just been really tough. We didn't see her a lot or talk to her a lot. The last time was the day after Trenton's birthday, the end of December last year. But regardless, just somebody that you know and that is your family after all, it's just been really tough. So I'm struggling. That is one of the reasons that, I just wanted to kind of keep it casual tonight and just hang out and talk about these cases in a more laid back way. So that's okay. I'm okay. It's just, yeah, I'm so sorry for him too. So, anyways, I don't know, man. I just don't understand. It's so sad. Oh my God. And then I have another update. So I had told you guys about a woman that I knew who was missing up in Maryland. I actually made a TikTok video about it. Let me see. I could probably pull up my TikTok. Well, her brother happened to be a friend of mine, really, but not even really mine, more of Trenton's dad and his mom. These were friends of theirs. And yesterday I found out that her brother also took his own life. And then you guys know, my friend did that not too long ago. And I don't understand. It's so sad. I don't know. I wish, because we all have hard times, but I wish that people that felt like that would just remember that it's temporary, and just know if you guys ever feel like that, it's temporary, and that's not the answer, because you leave behind so many people that are just so hurt. So her brother was the one who kind of was out there pushing for everybody to know about her. Oh, there's my cousin. Look how beautiful. I guess it shows my private videos too. But so let me just show you guys really quickly. She's still missing. She's not been found. But is missing from Accident, Maryland. She was last seen on her family's property on a game cam on November the 4th. Lindsay has diabetes and hasn't had her medication. Lindsay Doer is missing from Accident, Maryland. She was last seen on her family's property on a game cam on November the 4th. Lindsay has diabetes and hasn't had her medication. Lindsay Doer is missing from.
I guess that's a short. It was a very short video, but still, I reached out to her brother at that time, and he was looking for her. He was organizing searches every day, and now he's also taken his own life. And I don't understand it. And the way they both did it, it was the same way. It was so graphic, but it was, like Robin Williams. And it's just tough, you guys. It's really tough to have to tell that to your child. It was really tough. So anyways, I hope to spend some time with you guys and kind of just talk about other things. And, I don't know. What did David say? Let me see. Oh, David, I am so sorry to hear that. No, they didn't find her, Little Red. She's still missing. And her brother, who was her biggest advocate, has also taken his own life. And, Grandma Sherry. Sending all my love to you guys who have dealt with this too. And, oh, Natasha, you're so sweet. Anyways, thank you guys for everything. Let's go ahead and start talking about this. So Tess actually had sent me this. Claus sent us a bunch of stuff too. We might watch one of the videos about Larry that she had sent JJ's grandpa. But first I want to start with this. So you guys know we've been covering the disappearance of the two Kansas moms, Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley, since the beginning. And Veronica was in this custody battle with really Tiffany, who is the grandma of the kids, because the dad was in rehab. We know that, Jilian was set to watch this visitation that, supervise this visitation they had planned. And they left to go to the visit and never came back. So there's, new information coming out. And this search warrant, the information in it, a lot of it is stuff that we already know, but I think I'll try to at least read through some of that to refresh our memories. They found both of them deceased, Lil Red. So, yeah. And Jilian was she didn't even know these folks. She was simply there to supervise the visit. Oh, Crumb Crochet and Coffee, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, right into his body at the bottom of the stairs. Well, that's what I thought about, Trenton's dad, like just coming home to your mom and just like that. And a note that said, "I don't fear the Reaper, love Mom." It's really sad, you guys. I missed you, Rainbow Mom. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm so happy to have my phone and be able to post too. And I finally sent out the Mother's Day box because where I dropped my phone, I couldn't get her address out of my email. And I sent it. Oh my God, I really hope it makes it safely because the wax warmer I got to go with all of Nay's beautiful melts is so pretty. And I stuck a little extra perfume from Bath and Body Works and just a couple other little extra things I hadn't told you guys about. So I can't wait to be able to do another one of those with you guys, and we'll do that soon. Also, Patreon. There will be a live this weekend if you're interested in joining, even if you want to join as a free member. I still post stuff for the free members. I haven't without my phone. And even before that, I had been slacking a little bit, but I really can't wait to get back into that because I have a lot of fun with you guys. It's just nice in like the small groups and it's very intimate. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate all you guys. Riley, I got so I had the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I had Apple Care on it, so I just had to pay like $90 some plus. Well, I think it ended up being like $104 after for a brand new phone. So, Meg, I got a new phone too. It's still in the box. I'm that lazy. Well, Lil Red, I'm about to make it loud now, and I can't wait. I hope Chase is okay too, and I hope he shows up again. And I also hope that that's not somebody else who was pretending to, I don't know. I have a lot of questions, and I truly hope he's okay. Tess, I need to talk to you about that. Remind me after this. So let's get into this. Affidavit for a search warrant. So remember, these are women from Kansas, but Oklahoma is investigating. So I'm just going to read it. Like I said, a lot of it we know, but people like Lil Red, you don't know it so well. You'll learn a lot from this because it goes over some of the basic facts from the case. I am Lieutenant Trevor Ridgway of the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. I have been a law enforcement officer in the state of Oklahoma for approximately 17 years and served in the capacity of an investigator for approximately 14 years. I have conducted an investigation into the matter below regarding the above named location. So, factual basis. On Saturday, March 30th, Texas County Sheriffs requested Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation investigative services with the suspicious disappearance of Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley. Veronica was only 27. Jilian is 39. Their vehicle was found abandoned near Highway 95 and Road L south of Elkhart, Kansas. Butler and Kelley were traveling to Oklahoma from Hugoton, Kansas. Interviews were conducted related to the disappearance, and it was discovered that Butler was in a problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams for the custody of Butler's 2 children. The father of those children is Wrangler Rickman, Adams' son. Butler's visitation with her children was court-ordered to be supervised every Saturday. Adams had a particular person she preferred to supervise, and that's Cheryl Brune. The court ordered Adams to pay Brune to supervise these visits, otherwise Butler would pay. Adams said Brune was unavailable to supervise the visitation, so Butler was required to arrange the supervision with one of her 3 approved individuals. Butler contacted Jilian Kelley and planned to have her supervised. Now, we found out, and this is in other court documents, this is factual information, that Cheryl Brune told police that she was available. Grandma actually told her she just wanted to see who Veronica would bring and how it would go, basically. It was a test. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. Oh, wait, I wanted to say thank you to Teacup for gifting a membership. I appreciate that so much. And I think Shauna rejoined. Oh, yay, Grandma Sherry. I can't wait to see what you think about it. I love Nays Melts, and I think they're just so fairly priced. She does a great job. Can one of the mods, let me see here. Lynn, good to see you. Lynn, will you do me a huge favor and drop Grandma Sherry's number, her channel? She doesn't really do like a lot of true crime. Hey, Kathy. She is more into conspiracies and just kind of hanging out and chatting, but she's very sweet. I think you guys would really love it over there. And yeah, go check it out. Okay, back to the search warrant. Butler told family members she was going to pick up her children from Tiffany at 10 a.m. at Four Corners. Now, they were meeting at a broke-down old gas station, which no one should ever do. Don't go to meet someone. Go to a place that's well lit with cameras and things like that. Butler and Kelley arrived at the location at approximately 9:40 a.m. Butler planned to bring her daughter to a birthday party, but after they didn't arrive, the family began looking for her. Melissa and Joey Padilla, who were Butler's family members, located her vehicle just west of the intersection of Highway 95 and Road L. They then contacted law enforcement. An examination of the vehicle and the area surrounding the vehicle found evidence of a severe injury. Blood was found on the roadway and on the edge of the roadway. Butler's glasses were also found in the roadway south of the vehicle near a broken hammer. A pistol magazine was found inside Jillian's purse, but no gun was found. Tiffany told police that on Friday night, the children spent the night with some friends. She said she planned to pick them up that morning before visitation, but she claims that she called Veronica at 9 a.m. and Veronica told her she wasn't coming. Veronica's phone records confirmed the call occurred. However, at the time of this call, Veronica was in Hugoton, Kansas, in the process of picking up Jilian to go meet Adams. Adams said she was home at the time that Butler and Kelley went missing. Adams picked the children up before noon from the cook's residence. So State police interviewed Brune. This was the woman who was supposed to supervise, and she said she was available to supervise, but Adams told her take a couple weeks off. The Butler, Jilian, and Veronica's phones were actively sending signals to their carriers until 9:42 a.m., after which the devices were no longer seen by the networks and stopped transmitting. Through the child custody case, recordings were obtained where Rickman discussed death threats by Tiffany and Tiffany's boyfriend, Tad. A hearing was scheduled to occur on April the 17th. Veronica's attorney informed police that she was likely to receive unsupervised visits at this meeting. Rickman's grandmother, now this is a part that's always bothered me. So the dad of the children, his grandma, reported that in mid to late February, he told her they didn't have to worry about the custody battle much longer because Adams had it under control and that Adams knew the path the judge walked to work and, quote, "we will take out Veronica at drop-off." Rickman was confirmed to be in a rehabilitation facility in Oklahoma at the time of the disappearance. The children remain in the custody of Adams. Rickman denied having told Knox that information. On April 1st, OSBI agents obtained a search warrant for Tiffany's cell phone, where she found that she was searching for things like taser pain levels, gun shops, prepaid cellular phones, and how to get someone out of their house. Then we have this teenager that was interviewed. She's the daughter of Cora and Kobe. Her dad is not Cole. Cora remarried Cole Twombly. So Cole is the one that was part of this, not Kobe. The daughter says she overheard group conversations related to Butler not protecting her children from her brother in reference to an SA allegation. Tiffany gave burner phones to Cora and Cole, and her daughter saw these phones charging on her nightstand. They are all part of an anti-government group. Okay, so then we know about this mission that they told their daughter they were going on, and she told police. Yeah, taser pain levels. Hey, Queen Olive. So I guess I'll read through this, even though we've already talked about it. So the teenager was told on March 29th that Cora and Cole would not be home in the morning when she woke and were going to be on a mission. When she awoke at 10 o'clock, they were not home, but came home before noon. She knew that they took a blue and gray Chevy pickup owned by them and a blue flatbed pickup owned by Clint Twombly when they left and returned in the same vehicles. Cindy was told to clean the interior. I'm wondering if that was supposed to be redacted. To clean the interior of the truck. She asked Cora what happened and was told that things did not go as planned, but they would not have to worry about Veronica again. She asked about Kelley and why she had to die, and Cora said, well, she's not innocent either. The teenager asked Cora if their bodies were put in a well, and she replied something like that. She also disclosed that other attempts to kill Veronica had happened. They were going to throw an anvil through her windshield. They were going to entice her to leave the house. OSBI found out that Grandma purchased 3 prepaid cellular phones. And all of these phones ended up going to the location where they met, and then also... Here, let me just read this exactly because this is where some new stuff comes in. So OSBI investigation showed that Grandma purchased 3 prepaid phones from Walmart in February of 2024. Search warrants for information related to location and phone usage were completed for each device. It was learned that all 3 phones were at the area where the car was located and the last known location of Butler and Kelley at the time of their disappearance. After their disappearance between 10:16 and 10:35, those phone numbers were at a property owned by Jamie Beasley below a dam in the pasture where fresh dirt was located by your affiant. Concrete was moved from a location near Beasley's residence, approximately 200 yards to below the dam, where it was discovered that a hole had been dug and filled back in. It is believed by your affiant that the moved concrete is in the hole. The location where Veronica and Jilian disappeared from and where the vehicle was located is 8.5 miles away from the location below the dam on the Beasley's property, giving drive time from the location of where Butler's vehicle was located to Beasley's property well within the 34 minutes between the time of their phone stopping transmission and the new numbers arriving at the dam on the property. All prepaid phones stopped transmitting on the morning of March 30th at those locations. OSBI showed that Adams had searched for gun shops on her cell phone. They went to this local gun shop and found her buying 5 stun guns. So on April 13th, a search warrant was executed at Beasley's property and an excavation of a possible burial site was commenced. On April 14th, the hole was excavated. The bodies of Veronica and Jilian were located. In the hole dug by law enforcement after the bodies were removed, personal items were located. These items did not belong to Veronica or Jilian. This information has not been released to the public. So this was so they could get this, your affiant intends to submit the device for forensic, scientific, or digital analysis. They said that people are known who commit crimes are known to go back and revisit crime scenes and locations of concealed evidence. So that's basically what they were trying to do. Now, I also found this video. Wait a minute. We got to go here. Just 1 second, you guys. Device 1 and device 2 and how much data they had to get off of it. Okay, so let's go over here to this Nancy Grace. And I know Nancy Grace can be not for everybody, but here's the thing. Oh, wow. Did Karen Reed do an interview? Here's the thing. I think sometimes she does a decent enough job. And I thought that this was kind of interesting. So she says, newly filed court documents reveal what investigators did to find the bodies of Veronica and Jilian after they go missing. They follow cell phone pings to find a horrific scene, a 10-foot deep hole, 8.5 miles from the car. Documents reveal investigators uncover a chest freezer at the bottom of the hole. Once the freezer is open, the search for Veronica and Jilian ends. Their bodies are inside the freezer with personal items that do not belong to either of them. This is from Nancy Grace, not in those papers. I don't know exactly where these are, but it says, among the items are the handle of a saw, a taser, bloody clothes, including 2 pairs of Wrangler blue jeans, a black belt, and 2 sweatshirts. Other items found at the burial site include duct tape with possible blood, a taser/flashlight, electrical cording and tape, 2 ratchet straps, and a black K-bar knife in a sheath with possible blood on it, another K-bar knife. Inside Cora and Cole's truck, cops find a handgun with a full magazine with hollow points inside, which those are meant to kill, stun guns, cat litter used for liquid absorption of trace evidence, biological DNA evidence, digital photos, spatial scans, and all other evidence of the crime of murder. We also learned from the new documents that Paul Grice was seen with bandages on his hand in the days after the mom's disappearance and asking incriminating questions after their bodies were recovered. Grice asked a friend how long it would take the state lab to process DNA evidence and how long DNA would last in dirt. Grice said he is concerned about his DNA being in the hole that they were found in because he had been to the Twombly residence. He also asked if he knows how to get a guy and his family into Mexico. So I thought that we could listen to some of this together. But look here. Accused slain cop's girlfriend maintains innocence. She was on Nightline? Because that looks like an interview. And I know that I'm on the jury, so I shouldn't watch this, but I'm going to save it for later if I can. Hold on. Let me just start this. 1 second.
Breaking news tonight just revealed the horrific details surrounding the disappearance of two Kansas moms. Tonight, the unthinkable. Were the two moms' bodies stuffed in an ice chest and buried 15 feet below the surface of a remote cow pasture? Were they buried alive, along with bloody clothes, a taser, and duct tape? Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories.
Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about Nancy Grace.
Thank you for being with us.
New details emerge on brutally murdered Kansas moms. Court docs reveal Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley's bodies were stuffed in a buried freezer.
My God, this is just horrific. I'm so sorry. I don't like her, but she's entertaining to watch. Mayla's mom, I'm a fan. Hey, Mayla's mom. Debbie loves Nancy. I detest her. I have a love-hate relationship with her. Let's see. Yeah, Lil Red. I do want to watch that, though. It looks very interesting. I was obsessed with this case, but I've fallen behind while watching trials. But we're going to watch this for a little bit. Then I want to talk about Ariel Garcia because that case just happened. I've not seen anybody talk about it. It's horrific. His mom stabbed him like over a dozen times. He had over 40-some injuries, and she had all these lies about taking him to the hospital and just all this different stuff. I'm just learning about it, so I don't know too much about it, but I definitely want you guys to check it out. Oh, Meg, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That was so sweet. And you're so beautiful. You have some pretty, pretty teeth. Thank you, Meg. That was freaking sweet. And Christina, thank you for rejoining. I think you're rejoining, but I appreciate that so much. Okay. I'll love you back, Trio Girl Mom. Sugar Magnolia says, oh my gosh, these babies will have to grow up knowing this was the way it went as they were coming to a birthday party for one of them. Also, one mother doing her work to mend families. God bless them. See, I think it was somebody else's birthday that she was taking them to. I don't really like Nancy, but I can tolerate her. But I agree with you, Sugar Magnolia. Hey, Past. Hey, Angie. Okay, let's just listen for a little bit. We're just kind of hanging out. Like I said, this is a more laid back kind of just hang out.
Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley's vehicle found abandoned just miles
We're not going to play her
from
too
their
long, right?
destination, surrounded by pools of blood.
She's very dramatic. Oh, man.
Congressman Don Davis is saving lives. Davis's bipartisan epic act.
I don't like the dramatics either. And that's the only reason that I used to watch her all the time. Matter of fact, Nancy Grace was really...
For prioritizing cures over politics.
Let me pause this. I do
Have you heard of this brand new product?
Nancy Grace was really like one of the first people who kind of got me into true crime. So I remember when I was little, my mom used to play my grandma, used to play the O.J. Simpson trial all the time. And I didn't really know what it was about. I was too little. Oh, JC. Thank you. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. That was so sweet. Be kind to your mind. I appreciate that, JC. And I'm happy to see you. So Nancy Grace was one of the first people who kind of got me into true crime. But this was back in the day. So like I said, I used to watch that stuff with my grandma, and then as I was growing up, I was always a fan of like unsolved mysteries or things like that, like even cops. Love the show Dexter, liked CSI. I know that's not really what it's like, but I've always liked those kind of shows. Forensic Files, oh my God, that show is the best show to go to sleep to. It's so interesting, but they're talking in a really calm, he talks in a really monotone way, so it makes it perfect for falling asleep. But maybe like 10, 15 years ago, Bentley, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I started watching HLN. And this was at the time of like I watched her some with the Casey Anthony stuff, but I was more watching a disappearance of a young lady named Hannah Graham, and some cases around that time. And it would be Ashley Banfield at 7, Nancy Grace at 8, and every single night I'd watch, always. So that's kind of really what pushed me more into like what's happening right now, true crime. Bentley just walked past me, you guys. He's so sweet. Hey, Wolfie. He just walked past me and like kissed my arm as he went past. And it was just so sweet. I'm sorry not to get too far off of that. But like I said, this is a laid back hangout. This is not a serious, we can talk about whatever as we go. I prefer Vinny over Nancy too. I know he is the sweetest. He kissed my little arm, or his little mouth kissed my arm. I hate when she turns everything back to her and her fiance and kids. I'm sorry, but it gets annoying to me. I feel bad for her loss. I do, but it started to rub me the wrong way. That is a great freaking point, because she absolutely does do that. And I get it. It's like her background and her history. I guess I'm guilty of that too. I don't know. I think we only know what we can relate to, but I used to watch HLN. Yes, I love those shows and used to watch them all the time. That's so freaking cool. Queen Olive. I loved your comment on my post earlier about Sebastian's case, and not to get sidetracked, but we can, like I said, we can chat about whatever as we go. Because I made a post where I basically just said, I'm really sick of hearing all the bashing towards the parents. It is so sad. And you're hearing it from people who are, it's not like they're perfect and have their life together. It's not like, I don't know. So I think it just gets so frustrating sometimes. I have to stop. I have to not listen to it anymore at all, because it makes me crazy. Even the people I like who aren't doing that, like nonsense or deeds. When it's Sebastian stuff, I'm going to have to take a step back, because I am getting so frustrated. Like in tears, sometimes frustrated. It is unnerving. But I had made a post today, and Queen Olive left a comment, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you making me think. And she said something like, do you feel the same way about Dawn and Candace? And I do. I think that Dawn and Candace didn't, they never were given a lot of grace. There were a couple channels here or there that stood up for them, but really not a ton. And I definitely didn't help. I was sitting there calling them out for every shady thing they did or said. And I was wrong for that, right? The only thing that I could see being slightly different with the two is we are hearing from police that everyone has cooperated in Sebastian's case. And I just wanted to bring this point up and see what you guys thought. But with Summer's case, there was a point in time where one of the sheriffs, the sheriff, Ronnie Lawson, came out and said they're not cooperating. So I feel like even with Sebastian's case, if we heard that from police, then maybe I could understand like everybody being so tough on him. But they can't say shit. Do you know how many times I'll be like, my kids are the biggest goobers, like they are so goofy. I don't know. I see them getting torn apart for things. We all do. And it's really tough. It's very tough to watch sometimes. I saw Neat Noodle make a comment the other night, and she was like, as a mom of a child who was missing for 60 days, I can tell you that you don't have a clue what it was basically like. This is my words, but this is basically what it was. I can tell you that you don't have a damn clue what you would be doing, what you would be saying, or anything like that, until it happens to you. And I don't wish that on anybody, kind of thing. And it just made me think, like, here we have someone whose child was missing at one point, and she's saying, no, you have to stop because you don't understand what it's like unless you've been there, so I don't know. Let me check on you guys, and we're gonna keep listening, but hold on. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I love that, and I love Neat Noodle too. I just appreciate you so much. I have to wear the shirt she sent me, which thank you. I didn't have access to my Discord or email or anything when I got it, so I sent a thank you through B Crumbs, but it said, Busy researching barnacles. Drama makes money as well as exploitation. Look at mainstream media. So much clickbait. That's true. But you know what? I like to watch like the news, like the local news. Like I'm going to show you guys in a minute. We're going to keep watching Nancy Grace, but I want to watch this with you guys. This body cam that was released in this case. And that comes from the local news. And I feel like when you're watching like local reporters and stuff, I don't know. I like it better. My ex took my daughter and there's less clickbait and stuff, and moved to Hendersonville when she was in elementary school. She was only miles away and I had no idea where she Oh my God, Music City Mom. I am so sorry. I cannot imagine. Allie on Nancy scares me. Grandma Sherry, she can be a little wild. I'm so sorry. Nate's been there too. Oh, Crime Crochet and Coffee. I hope you're okay. I hope everything's okay. And we'll see you whenever you rested and you're feeling better. The only reason they seem sus is moving out of the house and never looking for them. Well, listen to this. So people don't know what they're doing because they're not coming to YouTube. And I wouldn't either if I was them. Because hello, people are out to put your head on a stick. Why would you be over here? But I do know that they put like $500 towards, and maybe more towards, the billboards, Duchess. So there's a channel, and one of the, Lynn, I know you probably know who I'm talking about. If you wouldn't mind, I'm working you to death when you come in. I'm sorry. Maybe you can drop Duchess's link, but she's been covering Sebastian's case, and she has been purchasing, I think there were some t-shirts or something, but more than that, these billboards. And she's been paying for these billboards to show his face and his information and the number and all that stuff that's on the flyer. Well, Chris and Katie donated $500 towards that, and maybe they are looking and we just haven't seen them because they're not doing it with these people that are, on here talking about them. Thought about watching it after a certain creator's live the other day with a full panel. I told myself I'd stay away from anything else with the exception of updates on Sebastian. That's where I'm at, Natasha. I don't even know which live you're talking about, but I got to the point where, and we'll get back to Nancy Grace. This will be the last thing, and I'll read a couple comments and we'll go. But I got to the point where, it was hard to understand. And I get people have criticism of both sides. I truly do. I can understand having criticism of any human, but I think there's a time and a place for that. And right now, it's better to keep it to yourself. We don't know that either side has done anything to aid in him being missing. But I sat back and I started thinking, all these people are out here warning Seth about the people that he's got with him and working with him. And then Seth completely loses it and kind of goes off on a live. And I don't even think they should be platformed anymore, I'll be honest, but it's because of reasons like this. And I felt the same way about Dawn and Candace at a certain time. I made a video that was Dear Candace, please get off of YouTube. But everybody's these people are such vultures around Seth. All they care about is this or that. And then he loses his shit, and everybody was kind of picking apart him losing his shit. And all I could think was, we've been saying how awful these people are and how they're just vultures and exploiting him. You can't blame him for losing it. And I also have to say, no one on YouTube, and I don't care if an attorney asks you to, this is my opinion and my thoughts, and we're going to get back to Nancy. I don't care how helpful, how special, how kind, how loving someone is. It doesn't excuse this. No YouTuber should ever involve themselves in custody hearings and custody battles between these families that we talk about. We have never seen them parent. We know nothing about how they parent. I don't care what you've heard. No interview that was done has anything to do with their custody or what happens in the home of each of those parents. That is absolutely just too damn far. So that's where I'm at. Honestly, I like Vinny a lot, but I find it so hard to watch his videos on his personal page. I feel he's trying to bait me into watching for notice. Yes, he does. He actually does. Like sometimes he has stuff that is kind of new with Madeline, but sometimes it's just, like you said, nothing. Okay. Thank you, Lan. Duchess for the missing. All right. We're going to keep listening to this, but... I don't feel like what they said was negative about Sebastian. See, I know a lot of people have said that and kind of taken it that way, but I kind of felt like they were just describing a quirky teenager. Oh, I know he didn't, but he was going to solo sock. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's okay. I think he's a good kid. I do. I think he's a good guy. I have nothing against him, but that wasn't okay. But that's just where I'm at. If their attorney has advised them to stay off of social, has not advised them, that's so true. They have a bad attorney. Lynn, no, I haven't actually. I lost my phone and oh God. There's just been so much going on. I think you came in late, but message me when we're done and I'll talk to you some. They're still donating it and are arranging more billboards in Bristol for the upcoming NASCAR race. We'll see what I mean. I don't like the live searches either. What in the world would you do if you found something? Like, that will never be gone, even if you delete it. Where's Adrian? But yeah, we'll just wait for the police, I guess. I don't know, man. I just don't know. But, I do appreciate all you guys. And no matter how you feel, thank you for being here and feeling comfortable to share your opinion with me. I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Plus, losing a child would make any parent go crazy if they care. That's so true, JK. See, the way I see it when you guys come in and you give your opinions, whether it's like mine and especially if it's not, I appreciate it because you feel safe to come here and speak it no matter how you feel. But okay, so back to Nancy Grace for a few minutes and then we're going to get into this other case. I just wanted to say that because Queen Olive had came in and it made me think about your comment, which I appreciate because it made me think. And I like
what really happened to these two Kansas moms. Yes, we can figure out they were carjacked en route to a kid's birthday party, but how did they end up dead or alive, stuffed into an ice chest 10 to 15 feet below the surface in a remote cow pasture? Well, I'm learning a lot from these just discovered court documents. And guess what? The defense wanted them sealed. And they stated on the record because they don't want the Nancy Grace show to find out about them. Well, guess what? We did find out about them. That's what happens when your client is accused of murdering two moms and burying them in an ice chest in a cow pasture. What more do we know? Listen.
Documents reveal what investigators...
We're going to hear that. But I got to hear your thoughts, so leave it in the comments. Do you think Nancy Grace is so intense like that because she truly
did to find the bodies of...
Because she truly cares and is so interested and invested? Or is it like a better TV, makes for better TV type thing?
Veronica Butler and Jilian Kelley after they go missing en route to a child's birthday party. Questioning relatives and friends, investigators isolate a burial site about 8 miles from where Veronica Butler's car is found abandoned. After 2 long days of digging, Veronica and Jilian are found dead, buried 15 feet underground inside a freezer chest. Cause of death not revealed. Oklahoma law enforcement says the women's murders were absolutely brutal.
Joining me, an all-star panel, but first, I want to go to Chris McDonough joining us, director of the Cold Case Foundation, former homicide detective with over 300 homicides under his belt, and now host of a YouTube channel, The Interview Room. You can find him at coldcasefoundation.org. Chris McDonough, I don't know if you...
Let's hear from him.
ever been in the horrible position of having to find bodies with ground penetrating radar. It kind of looks like those metal detectors you see people with out on the beach, but what it shows, it kind of looks like a sonogram when you look at it. And I've handled many cases that had the groundbreaking radar.
Past, I can't believe you said that, because I literally had that thought in my head when I said it. It reminded me of The View. And y'all don't judge me, but I watch The View almost every day. I love their, like, just because, like, I like them all, but I really like Alyssa and Sarah. And I like to see them like argue over stuff. So can you imagine if you talk this way in everyday life? Awkward. JK. You guys are too much. I see her as dramatic for views. She caused the woman to unalive herself, but she turned out to be guilty. I didn't know that, Grandma Sherry. What? Wow. Yes, Lynn, I would love that. I really, really don't like The View. No. There's no thank you, Lil Red. I know my parents are always like onto me because they hate it. I really, really, I can't stand it. Yeah, I watch it every day, but I don't ever really like agree with them. Sometimes I do actually, but that's not why I do it. I just like to see them argue, and I like the women talking about different things. And okay,
radar, and it looks like waves. It's all black and gray, but you have to know what you're looking for. Like on an X-ray or an ultrasound, you can actually see disturbed Earth. That's what you're looking for. Anything disturbed, anything that looks like it's been moved. I'm just curious if you've ever had to use those. But in this case, let me just say, I'm not one to judge unless it's a felony. I don't care what anybody does.
I actually hadn't even watched all of this. I just started playing it a minute or two in and had read the description, and I really wanted to read the description to you guys, but I have to hear what this fella has to say, and then we'll go to the next case, which brace yourself because it's really tough. It is.
If it's got crime scene tape around it, I'm all over it. These people are idiots. They left a trail a mile wide. These two moms are found in an ice chest 10 to 15 feet below the surface of a cow pasture. But Chris, on the top, there's that's a really good aerial. Thank you. There's fresh dirt, cement chunks, and hay. And that one area.
What happened?
But it still took 2 days of digging. What do you think?
I have my phone now.
That's that instrument that you're talking about, Nancy. I mean, it shows an anomaly within the depth of the surface of the earth there. And in this situation where they have, blocks of concrete like you're talking about, but the biggest clue in this whole thing, obviously, when you're looking at that device, is the fact that you're going to have a hardened metal, i.e. some type of freezer that they discovered there. And I think the really crazy part here is it's 15 feet deep. That is a lot of work to get that item below the earth.
Hey, it's making me wonder, joining me in addition to Chris McDonough, Lauren Conlon, Dr. Kendall Crowns, and Dr. Angela Arnold, Alan Bennett is with us, former assistant district attorney, now partner at Gunter, Bennett, and Anthus. Alan, it makes me wonder, listening to Chris McDonough talking, it just occurred to me, did they have this very deep hole, 10 to 15 feet deep? Did they have it dug before the murders? That's a lot of pre-planning because
I bet they did. That's a good point. They had those cell phones. They were planning, honey. I would say they did. All right, we're going to switch gears now because I want to show you guys this, and it's going to take a little bit of time. Excuse me. Let me share the link with Nancy Grace, so if anybody wants to watch that, or if, you guys can. I bet they did plan it all too. It is a deep freaking hole. Love you, Alex. I've been widowed 22 years. Nancy was wild. Nancy was wild and crazy then. My boys still call her that scary loud lady. I love you back. And yeah, I'm so sorry. Even with 22 years, it doesn't get easier, I'm sure. All right, punks, you just call me if you need anything. I know I've been there before, in different ways, but I can definitely understand and be an ear who kind of understands or whatever. And I love you, and good night. They clearly planned that hole previously, like she said. I agree. And Punksy, make sure to text me if it's make sure to text me if you can. Okay, now we're gonna switch gears. So body camera shows arrest of Everett woman accused of murdering her 4-year-old son. Now let me show you the beautiful baby. I'm so surprised this hasn't been really in more places. I hadn't heard of this until I saw an article that this body cam had came out. I don't know if it's going to let me. Let me just scroll for a minute and then we'll come to the picture. So newly released body camera videos show the early investigation into the disappearance of Ariel Garcia, the 4-year-old boy from Everett, who prosecutors allege was killed by his mother, Janet. Janet is awaiting trial where she's charged with murder for stabbing her son dozens of times and then leaving his body on the side of I-5, according to court filings. The murder happened within days of her mother attempting to get custody due to the family's concerns about her behavior while under the influence of drugs. Videos obtained by the news through public records request show Janet's arrest at an alcohol recovery center hours after he was reported missing. You've got some blood drops on your shoes, a Clark County deputy is heard telling Janet. She says, so my son fell this morning earlier, but I was able to take him to the doctor and everything was okay. So I took him to stay with another lady so she can watch him for me. Detectives asked Janet for specifics about who she left Ariel with. We want to make sure he's safe and know where he is. Who is the friend? I left him with another lady. I don't have her information. That's not going to cut it. We have to figure out where he's at. But let me just scroll down. During questioning, Janet gave the name of a woman who she said was an old friend, but said she didn't have the woman's phone number, and then later gave an address for where she left him, but admitted she came up with the address off the top of her head. Janet said she took Ariel to the hospital after he fell, but that she did not wait for him to be seen by a doctor. The detectives asked Janet if she'd be okay going to the precinct with them to continue questioning. I'm just saying, if you guys can't find him, what's going to happen? She asked prior to being taken to the station. The detectives also spoke with people at the rehab center who told them they were not expecting Janet to show up there that day, and they noted she had cut most of her hair off. One person told the deputies they did not want her to be there because she just causes problems. So here's some quick timeline information. Wednesday, March 27th at 7 a.m., Ariel was last seen at the apartment on the 4800 block of Vesper Drive. 4 p.m., family members report him missing under suspicious circumstances. 7 p.m., deputies respond to this rehab center. She was questioned and later booked. The next day, police issue an endangered missing persons advisory. In the morning, at 5:55 p.m., police were notified the body of Ariel had been found along I-5 in Pierce County. The next day, March 29th, 8:30 p.m., Janet moved from Clark County Jail and booked into into another county jail on charges of murder in the first degree and assault of a child. Her bail was initially set at $5 million and later reduced to $3 million. Hey, tell the truth. Sounds like Casey Anthony. Poor little guy. I know. I hadn't either. So, the actual genuine John Doe. Today, I just saw this article about the body cam footage. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I think I saw the body cam footage on YouTube and went and found the article. But I'm just learning about it too, and I hadn't seen it at all. So just so you guys know, All right, now. I got booted, you guys. Sorry about that. Let's check out this other article really quick, and then we'll watch the body cam. I think Alex has naturally attracted one of the best groups of people on social media. Oh, thank you, David. You guys are the best. I'm telling you. I just appreciate you guys so much. You don't know how much you have really helped me through so much in life. Really. Okay. So, mother of Ariel Garcia pleads not guilty in the 4-year-old's homicide. This came out back in April. I hate when this happens. Hold on a second. Let me just get a different one. Okay. Mom charged with murder after her son, 4, is found dead in Washington. Let me close this. Lord, what is with me? I'm telling y'all, I'm just not with it today. A Washington woman was arrested on Friday in connection with the death of her missing 4-year-old son, whose body was found along the highway on Thursday. She's only 27 years old. Her charges are murder in the 1st degree, murder in the 2nd degree, and assault of a child in the 1st degree. A relative reported him missing on Wednesday, and she became a person of interest. Look at him, you guys. How do you hurt a precious little angel like that? I don't understand. I just don't. The Clark County Sheriff's Office placed her into custody Wednesday for making false and misleading statements. Police were notified that a body, later identified as Ariel's, had been discovered along the interstate just before 6 p.m. There were 100 officers out searching. The mayor said, "I'm completely heartbroken for the family and friends of Ariel Garcia." And that's really the end of that one, but at least we get to see his pretty face. Let's go look at the body cam now. So here is that. Lord.
Mosquitoes in the area in just minutes. This simple but brilliant trick you can do tonight to eliminate all mosquitoes around you is taking...
So this is where they come at her at the rehab facility. I know, Lil Red.
Hey there. No, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
You guys give us some privacy. Hey, so.
Just put in your brother. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I just speak and make, you don't need to reach in, I'll just.
Thank you. So do you know why we're here?
Are you okay if I open the zipper? Why are you guys here?
What's going on today?
Can I open the zipper? Yeah. Just checking it. Thank you. I just want to make sure before.
What's going on today?
No, what?
And like, sounds like the cops have been talking to you already.
Yeah. So my
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
Yeah. So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, but I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him to with a lady.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What the hell, you guys? Yeah, wowza. How do you sit there and just like, I don't know how you function if something happens to your baby. But after you stab them 16 times, injure them a total of 41 times, how do you just stand there? I don't know. I just don't know how you.
You can watch him for me because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then but we left. So I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house and told her if she for me, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic. So I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing because I'm not talking to my mom. And she's the one that has like just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so
that would be really hard.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that one. So I'm here now and everything's okay. So I don't know what else.
Laura, I thought this.
Well, we want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left with?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh, well, that's not gonna cut it. We got to figure out where he's at. Where can you like tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In like SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't have an address.
Nothing. Who's the friend? How do you know the person that? How did you pick the person?
She's a longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
That's all I know.
Okay, and you've known her.
Or anything?
Okay, but you've known her for a long time. So how did you?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore. So.
Okay.
Of course.
No. I delete it all the time. So.
Yeah, you found it today on your old Facebook, and her name is. Okay, and she lives in the SeaTac area. So you drove him from the first house you were at to her house, or the doctor first.
Mm-hmm.
What doctor did you take him to?
Swedish, and that's it.
Swedish where?
Or I think it's Providence, actually. Providence in Everett.
In Everett, Providence.
Okay. You understand we just need to make sure that he's okay, and then we just do that, and then we can maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So how do we find?
I don't know.
I know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle. House?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway?
It reminds me of Tisha Need.
Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. Yeah. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
So.
Where's it at?
I left it at her house, and then I came over here on the bus.
Okay. You left it at SeaTac?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? Do you remember what exit you took?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So just to clarify, you go from Everett to the hospital in Everett. You get him checked out. You drive to your friend in SeaTac. You leave the car there. You leave him there, and you take a bus from SeaTac down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that all happened today?
Yeah.
So
pretty expensive ticket. Get a C-train bus to come down here?
No, actually, it was only like $30.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your first name again?
Jeanette.
Hey,
Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette. You're
lying.
You have a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with, who you obviously.
Well, actually, it was only like $30.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your first name again?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette.
Sounds like
You're not
Lying.
You have
Lying?
a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with, who you obviously care about very much.
I love him.
Oh my
Yes, and you're expressing upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. Like, that's horrible. So I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
So you do know where he is.
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone
No.
to get there? Okay, you know where your son is because you're a mom who loves her son very much, and you didn't I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
You took him somewhere, and you're going to go back to him, and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not, I mean, he's there. He's with
Okay,
her. But
tell
he's
me
not
how
with
to
me.
go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know. You have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that.
Unbelievable, you guys.
Do you have a phone number for it too?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a phone number for her, but
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
just he on his head, but he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst, dude.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find, I don't even.
That cop is very.
How old's your son?
He is 5.
That cop is such. Wait a minute. He was 4. Even I have another article pulled up with the 911 calls that list him as 4. I've seen things like that be wrong before, but
So I don't know.
I
if
like the
this
cop asking her when he fell, where did he get hurt?
is the right one. And Seattle, Washington.
Amber.
So
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, he was.
Seattle, Washington.
Where did you get that address?
He was
from?
4. You guys.
Just now.
From the top of my
I
head.
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you remember leaving him.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you spell that?
Sorry, you guys. I know that.
Last name is. Yeah.
Okay.
So and if you guys can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm going to be for the next 12 months. But I mean,
They
he's
check
there.
They check in.
How did you guys discuss that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still? You want to check on him,
Right.
And all that. How are you guys gonna communicate?
Yeah, he is.
Well, I'm not going to have I'm not going to use my phone because
Okay.
I'm going to be here the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else.
Okay.
That's it.
You didn't discuss that.
I guess I discussed with her I'm going to be here for 12 months, and then but before that, like I don't speak to my parents or anything like that because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm going to be.
You can give him that address.
Yeah.
And then tell me about your alcoholism. How long have you been dealing with that?
I've been drinking alcohol.
Or if you don't mind telling me, you don't
Yeah,
have to tell me. It's not
I've
my
been here.
business,
I've been here this is like my 3rd year here.
Okay.
I did 11 months in recovery because I was never like an alcoholic. I was more like of a drug user. So the only drug I ever
Nanny
used
the
was
nanny.
Yeah.
and
Right.
I used it for roughly like
exactly.
4 to 5 years.
Okay.
I came to finally get clean on and off,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I tried it one time and then years passed and then I do it again and then
Right.
years passed.
Sure.
So I'm here now. I did a full year of recovery, 11 months. And then I did.
Amber, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that tons. And we are going to talk about, I think we're going to do that tomorrow. I want to talk to you a little bit more before about you guys, Jesse Calhoun and the arrest of him for the women out in Oregon. But I do have another article pulled up right here, 2 of them actually. The local news still lists him as 4, even long after her arrest. So I do believe he was truly 4. But when the grandmother had, remember, Grandma had filed for custody 2 days before Ariel went missing. Okay. She said, listen to what she says about her daughter. She had granted for emergency guardianship. She stated her daughter has issues with drugs and alcohol, and that had gotten worse over the last few months. She described her as violent and unpredictable, as per court documents the news outlet reported. The grandmother reportedly told the court that her daughter should have limited or no visitation, as she cited physical child abuse. The child's grandmother, who was not named, feared for her own safety, according to a story in a local newspaper. The grandmother said if her daughter knew of the custody case, she may harm me or try to run away with him in the process. Okay, so back to this, just so you guys know.
In my second year, like coming
Thank you again,
back and,
Amber.
like, you know, doing the group and stuff like that. So 2 years. This is my third year clean. I started drinking a lot because I was like, okay, I'm not a drinker. I'm like, I was, you know, I was a drug
use
user.
drugs, so
Right.
alcohol's okay.
So
Yeah.
alcohol's fine. I'm like, it's a socialized thing
Sure.
that everybody does. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do this. We'll drink to the point where I can drink a whole bottle of just like liquor. So I'm like, now I'm an alcoholic.
Gotcha.
So I started to have all kinds of problems, and now I'm back here hoping I can get clean again. It just depends.
Well, I'm glad you're in a space where you feel safe, that you feel like that can work for you. Yes.
Yeah.
So I just figure out where your son is. Obviously, there was some concerns, and once we can do that, his injury was pretty bad. Yeah, was there quite a bit of blood and stuff? What did he do?
He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping on to the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him taken to the doctor, and so he's doing good.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay. What did he hit it on?
Just on the ground.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was, but it's starting to rain a little bit.
Yeah. That's
We don't care about the rain. Yeah, your baby's
so you
laying
don't-
out in the rain
what
right now,
time did it
dumbass
occur
bitch.
today?
Just started.
Like early, like at 10, 11.
10 or 11. Okay. Do you know what time it is now?
It's already 6:30, or about to be 7.
So how long were you guys at the hospital?
We were only there for a little bit. I don't even think he got checked. We got there, and but I didn't wait enough for him to get checked out. So
So he didn't actually go back and get checked. Gotcha. Did you actually go inside and check him in? Okay. And then did you tell him you were leaving, or did you did? Okay. You just said he's not going to be seen and left.
Yeah.
Okay. And how is he acting?
He's okay.
Yeah.
What happened to him when he fell?
Nothing. He just cried.
Just cried?
When I'm not sure.
Just like,
I feel like
you know, just
sounds
like,
familiar, but
Okay. Do you want to sit down? I can put you I can leave the door open. You can sit right there so you're out of the rain.
When he fell down, what do you think he needed to go to?
yeah, he was.
because he was.
Yes, Tess, he was found on the side of the highway
From his head, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
why.
Yeah.
with 16 stab wounds and 41 injuries.
And you can stay dry.
That's why she has blood on her shoes.
So, well, that's scary. He's 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he vomit or
Scary.
anything? No.
He didn't vomit or anything.
Okay. So, all right. Well, hang tight for just a minute.
Oh my God, her smiles like.
Well, hopefully we can quickly locate him and move on. You said it took you 2 hours to get from Providence to your friend's house. And you left for there about 10 this morning.
Yeah.
Rando, I don't know.
Do you know how long you were at the
I'm not
hospital for?
I was only there for a little bit of time again. I didn't want to wait, so I was like, let's go.
I didn't want to wait. I mean,
Can you describe to me what that Providence?
I didn't want to wait. I mean, my child did have a freaking head injury to the point where it was bleeding on my shoes, but didn't feel like waiting. What? That's what you do if you take your kid to the doctor and they just barely have a cold and you've already been there for 8 hours and you still haven't been seen. And then you're like, okay, we're going to see we're going to try to go to, I don't know, immediate care or something like that. I can't even, that's what you do for yourself. When you go to the doctor and you've been waiting too long and you don't feel like it, you go home. But when it's your child and a freaking head injury, oh God, she should be locked up with Letitia because they are so much alike. It's disturbing.
Looks like, do you know what road it's on or what is, did you park in the emergency room parking lot or? Do you
I
remember?
don't
His
remember.
family,
I don't know.
Or
Kimberly
was there a
reported
parking
him
garage or
missing.
anything?
I don't remember at the top of my head.
Okay. Do you
No
remember when
rainbow
you
mom.
walked in? Like, can you describe to me when you walked in what it looked like?
Okay, I don't mean to keep pausing. I'll let it go for at least like 2 minutes after this without pausing, but I want to just answer a couple of your questions. This is a new case to me, so but based on what I know, he had not been found at this point. I believe he was found the next day. So he had been missing since the day prior to this, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Remember the timeline that we had. Let me just pull it back up really fast. That way I get it right, because I don't I'd rather do that than tell you guys the wrong way, and it's just very simple and easy to look at. So we have the 27th of March. He's last seen at 7 a.m. At 4 p.m., some family members report him missing. At 7 p.m., she is talked to and questioned by police at the rehabilitation center. The next day, we have the Endangered Missing Persons Advisory that morning, and then that evening at 5:55, he was found along Highway I-5 at 5:55 on Highway I-5. He was found. The next day is when she was booked on murder charges. And this was this year, just 2 months ago.
Just the hospital.
Okay. But can you describe, like, when you walk in the door, where was the check-in?
In the front, I walked in, as soon as I walked in, the front desk was right there, and I just said my son had to be seen for something, and then I just, his name and everything.
Okay.
And that's
You're
it.
going like this, so you wrote it down, or was that like check-in thing? Or
There was a check, all right, but I didn't me in. Yeah.
anything on there? Have you been there before?
No.
No, that was your first time.
That was my first time.
When you checked into the desk, was it just an open desk, or
Just an open
was
desk.
it behind a wall? Did they have like a glass wall? Or?
Just an open desk.
Okay. Was there a lot of people in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why you didn't want to wait, because it was too long. Do you think you needed
Nothing irks me more than somebody who can just like stare at you and lie to your face like that. Like, I don't know. I think that takes like a special level of being just evil. You know what I mean? I'm curious what you guys think about that. I can't stand to be lied to. If there's somebody in my life, even family, who lies all the time and I have to always be looking out for lies, I'm telling you right now, they won't be in my life. I'm sorry. I won't do it. I won't do mental gymnastics. I will not wear myself out mentally just to have a friendship with somebody, or even a friendship with a family member. I have family members, distant family members, not close family members though, but distant ones that I have completely cut off because they lie like that. I can't, there's something so creepy and evil and just gross about it. And just watching her lie, just like,
Jizz or anything?
No, he's fine.
Okay, you didn't remember where his injury was?
Mm-mm.
Is it front, side,
Music
back? Do you
signal.
remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides.
I was thinking that
Is it
too,
front,
Grandma
yeah.
Sherry.
Okay, front. You're kind of pointing above the aisle.
I guess it might be a raindrop, yeah, probably, but interesting.
All
Look
right,
at it
and then
moving.
you contacted your friend through Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I got her information through Facebook.
Oh, okay. And then what information did you get?
Just the number, and then I went to her house and dropped off my kid there, and then now I'm here.
You got like her phone number? Okay. And did you call her from your phone?
From my phone.
Okay, the one that's in your purse there, you called her from? Okay.
I think I erased it though, but I have her number. I don't know if you guys want to call her, but I don't think she's gonna answer anymore.
This is Kelley.
Why? What is?
That's
Her number.
her number.
I don't think she's gonna. I don't think she's gonna answer
How come? What makes you think that?
because I don't know if she's still gonna be there.
Wow. Okay, lady.
Did you send her any text messages?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Janet, you guys have state insurance? Is that how you go through when you go to the hospital? Is it? Yeah, what is the Apple?
Yeah.
Hey, Trulia. Yep, sugar magnolia. I know what you mean, babe. I do.
Do you remember what your son was wearing today when you took him to the hospital?
Pajamas, blue pajamas.
Pooh? Like Winnie the Pooh?
Just regular blue pajamas.
Oh, blue.
Oh my God, the smile on her face. Oh, really, Riley? How come? I don't know like as much about that as I do the opiates and benzos, so I can't spot it like that.
So I just pass that information on. They're gonna
Like I
they'll,
can
they'll
with
see if they can get a hold of her, check that out.
She gave maybe a phone number.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her a call.
Oh, I found out who called 911. His aunt and grandmother. I have pulled an article. We'll listen to that before we go. Are you guys talking about a storm coming?
Can I ask for your messaging like?
Yeah, my sister. I was just talking to her about her out here.
Oh, nice. Where does she live?
California.
Oh, okay.
What part?
In Pasadena.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to move over there.
Because it's nice and sunny down there right now.
Yeah.
It's really good.
What did you say? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just having to grab that. Okay, so now I'm going to go down the rabbit hole of this case. So, newly released 911 calls reveal the first moments of Ariel Garcia's disappearance. So, hold on. Newly released calls are revealing the first moments when the family of Ariel realized his life was at risk. His body was found in the Lakewood area on Thursday. Ariel's mother, Jeanette, was arrested in connection with his death. So let's hear these. His mother is most likely on drugs, and he's not supposed to be with her. Okay.
Call and these court documents. Members told authorities that Ariel's mother was unstable and she was a danger to her son. Yet an emergency alert wasn't sent until a day after he was reported missing, and there was never an Amber Alert. In a frantic call to police,
there's a missing child with his mother. His mother is likely on drugs and not supposed to be with her.
The family of 4-year-old Ariel Garcia can be heard extremely concerned for his safety on March 27th, after they were unable to find him, along with his mother, Jeanette Garcia.
But she was not supposed to be with her child. She had a stay-away order because she is on drugs and she is a danger to her child.
His aunt and grandma telling the dispatcher that there were already signs that the 4-year-old was in danger. 2 days before the 911 call, his grandma filed for emergency minor guardianship with Snohomish County, citing Jeanette, quote, his mother is a threat to the minor. She is not mentally, physically, emotionally, or financially stable enough to care for Ariel, and noting that his mother was also at risk for child abuse.
because she has a history of being unstable. There was a lot of police reports on her this past weekend. She was very aggressive and violent.
In just one day before Ariel went missing, the boy's grandma also filed for a restraining order against his mother, stating, quote, "If I notify Jeanette, I am scared she may harm me or try to run away with Ariel and harm him in the process. She is unpredictable." Then on March 27th, they say they tried to deliver the documents to Jeanette Garcia, but instead they discovered the worst.
It was issued by the court yesterday. We were trying to serve her the papers, but we found just a blood stain.
That's how come they reported him missing so fast, because he was last seen that morning. I was wondering about that. They reported him that evening. They go to the house to serve her papers and find a blood stain. Oh my God. Oh man.
These court documents. If I notify Jeanette, I am scared she may harm me or try to run away with Ariel and harm him in the process. She is unpredictable. Then on March 27th, they say they tried to deliver the documents to Jeanette Garcia, but instead they discovered the worst.
It was issued by the court yesterday. We were trying to serve her the papers, but we found nothing. And just a blood stain.
Despite the 911 call and the documents, Washington State Patrol says it still wasn't enough evidence for an Amber Alert to be issued. I spoke with them just 2 days after the murder.
The investigation didn't show abduction.
Wonder why she did this, because she hadn't even been served yet. Grandma was right. He was in danger. What a beautiful child. And tell me why this child isn't being talked about. Tell me why this child's case isn't all over every YouTube channel. This is the stuff that infuriates me. I'm so thankful that Sebastian has gotten the coverage. I remember when he first went missing and nobody was talking about him for weeks. Nobody really. Here and there you were seeing stuff, but not like this. Madeline Soto's case was being talked about, and you know, I'm just so sad that for these kids that don't get the attention like that. It's just so sad. This is Indiana. Let me go back. I think it's Indiana. Raleigh. Let me see here. Washington. I'm sorry. Everett, Washington. I don't know why I was thinking Indiana. I guess because the Como News. I know there's like a town or something up there. Similar to that, but damn, man, this just hurts my heart so bad, and I just don't understand why. I don't know. Is it because he was found? Well, I don't know, because even after, some of these other cases, people are found. Like, look at Idaho 4. There was no one missing there, and it blew up. Kokomo, that's it, Mayla's mom. Thank you. I don't know. It just sucks. We'll follow this one. I'm going to see what else I can find. We're going to follow this all the way to the end. We're going to wait and see what happens in court and trial, and why in the hell is she pleading not guilty. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Otherwise, Amber, my friend Amber had came in. And so I've been covering there's been talk about a potential serial killer in Oregon for a while now. And we used to go through the different women who were missing and different women who had been found deceased, and just talk about the potential of a serial killer being there. At the time, police said, no, they're not connected. And oh, wow, Riley, you're good, dude. And thank you for sharing. But at the time we thought it's not connected, right? Or we did. Many of us thought it was, but police were saying that it wasn't. What in the heck? Whose phone is that in there? Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, sorry, that was Bentley's phone, and he was calling it, trying to find it. But anyways, at the time we thought there would never be an arrest. I remember when Jesse was pointed as a person of interest, and I think he was locked up at the time. His girlfriend was interviewed. There was like a lot of talk about it. Not a ton on YouTube, but on the news. And now he has been arrested and charged with the murder of 3 of those women. And I think probably more charges are going to be coming, and I want to talk about it. So Amber, a friend of mine, lives in the area and knows people who know him well. And, and I'll save that. She can share whatever she feels comfortable with during our live on it. But Rachel was found in Maryland. It was clear to a lot of us what was going on. And Amber had just put in the chat that one of the victims she just found out was her first cousin. I cannot believe that, Amber, and I'm so sorry. And I just appreciate you sharing with us and being here and helping me and sharing with me so I can cover it to the best of my abilities. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So I'll save the rest of that for tomorrow. And I do know that we also have to talk about Karen Reed with Jen when she's ready. I know that we have some calls and stuff to go through. We have a lot to talk about, but I just wanted to mention that Tell the Truth says, please don't be offended, but children of color are not heard of by mainstream media. You're right. You're so right. Children of color aren't people of color in general. Aren't talked about as much. And then we get into the subject of Indigenous women and how very little coverage they get. There are so many. It's a damn, what do they call that? Epidemic. It's an epidemic of missing and murdered Indigenous women that aren't ever talked about. And it's really unfortunate. A different family member told police she allegedly used crystal meth and had episodes of extreme paranoia where she believes people are watching her. Damn, Riley. I can't believe you got that. You're good. But yeah, that's really sad. I know people who've done meth and turned into completely different people. Meth-induced psychosis. Yeah, I don't know. I had never met her. I just found out this connection. So no worries needed for me, but I feel horrible for her family she was close to and her kids. I knew what you meant. Ebony alert created in California. I feel like we've talked about that here before. Let me just Google it really fast. I'm going to let you guys go, but thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me. And when we're talking about cases that aren't necessarily the biggest right now and stuff, it means a lot to me. And for so many of you guys to sit here and join the conversation about Ariel Garcia, and yeah, it means a lot to me. So thank you. All right, Ebony. I just searched Ebony like a dummy. Ebony Alert, and that's a magazine which pulled up some very beautiful women in magazine covers. But California creates nation's first Ebony Alert system for missing Black children and young women. It's a resource available to law enforcement agencies investigating the suspicious or unexplainable disappearance of Black women or Black persons. That's freaking awesome. But yeah. Oh, I love you back. You know what? I gotta say, somebody left a comment and they're like, I don't know how people can say they love each other to other people on here. And I've said this so many times, but I just want to say it again. First of all, when I say I love you guys, I mean it. I love and appreciate you guys. I do. When I say I love you, does it mean that I love you the way I love like my family, my kids, my best friend? No. But I still love and appreciate you guys. And I got tons of love for all of you. And this is the thing. We become really close. We hang out together every single day. And if you go a step further into like the Patreon chats or Discord chats and things like that, we are talking day in and day out about our kids, our lives. You guys are here for me through every traumatic thing I've ever been through. Not ever, but since I've been through, like on YouTube. Having my back, lifting me up. I'm able to talk to you about it through the loss of my cousin last fall, which I still can't talk about and has been so traumatic for me because she was raised like a sister to me, and it's been really hard. And having you guys like through all of that, we become really close friends. No, maybe not every random person that comes in here or whatever, but those of you guys who are here every day, we just do. And that's just the truth about it. So I'm sorry that not everybody can understand that. And that's just too damn bad. They're missing out. But, I don't know. I feel like I have a level of love for like all humans in general. And I think there needs to be more love out there. Like I said, does that mean that you love them like you love your mother or your child or your husband or your sister or whatever? No. But I don't know. People are just kind of crazy sometimes. But anyways, B Crumbs, there you are. It's their loss. How dare you call me? What did Rando call you? What the world needs is love. That is so true. Oh, I love you back, Mayla's mom. And Teacup. Hey, David. Okay. Anyways. So much love. And thank you, Riley. It had 40 through and through wounds. Here, let me see. And I'll show you where I got that statement, what I told you guys before I go. Yeah, and I appreciate that. And I'm okay. I don't need the sorries either. It's been a long time and I'm trying to move on, but it's really hard. Even today, when I was out there at the water, my mom came out there with me and I was like, all I can see out there is like summer floating last year. She laid out there and floated for hours and hours. I remember wondering, like, I hope she doesn't fall asleep out there. It was freaking me out. But, yeah, you guys have just helped me through a lot. And thank you for that. I appreciate you guys. Love you back, Jennifer. So much love. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Legendary. Amber, I don't know. I'll message you. I'll message you and let you know. I know Music City, Mom, but I just know that she has to not be happy. There's no way. I don't care. Like, I don't know. I know what people say about passing on, but I just know how much she loved her daughter and all of us. And it was the weirdest thing. The last day she was here, because she visited a couple of times last summer. When I moved, like, things changed so much because I used to see her several times a week. The last night she was here, she was drinking that night, and she was crying hysterically and went up and laid and slept in my mom's bed with my mom. And I remember thinking, like I wonder if she would, because my mom had just got done fighting cancer and stuff, and maybe it was just hard to leave her. They were very close, like very, very close. And then to know that she was the one who passed away, I don't know. It's been tough. Okay, so the local news says that Mayla's mom, the one that like gave them excuse me. That's what this says, dozens of times. What in the world? One of them had said like around 16 times with a total of 41 wounds or 61. I don't remember. I know I read it to you guys like exactly what it said, but I can't find it now. Stabbing him. This one says dozens of times. Death is so hard. Like, I don't know. I've lost a lot of my friends. Like, I guess because of thing, but even I've lost my very best friend in the world. We were best friends since 9th grade. She passed away not long before I came here, and it was so sad. Oh God, I'll tell you guys all about it sometime, but I'm not going to get into it right now. But she had been like coming off of her medications, Xanax and stuff, and she was hallucinating and just sad, man. But there is nothing, like no death like that I've had to deal with so far that has been like losing Summer. That is just like completely been so devastating. So anyways, let me just get off of it because I don't want to talk about it anymore. But maybe it was on this one. Let me see. Okay, yes. So this article says, I'm sorry. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Okay. Ariel's disappearance in March triggered a manhunt before his body was found, where prosecutors allege Janet abandoned him after injuring him 41 times, including stabbing him 16 times. And there she is in court, looking like a hot mess express for sure. Oh, Tony, I lost my best friend 8 years ago, and I miss her every day. I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you, Laura Bean, for being here and listening. $16 to the torso, but 40 through and through, an undetermined amount to his upper back. Oh my God. Oh, I love you back. Caring about humanity isn't in everyone. They're only able to live their own. You have to believe she's happy. I don't know, Mayla's mom. I don't. Like, maybe now, but not for a long time, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't think that, I think it would take a long time. There we go. Oh, eyes wide open. Thank you. I love that picture. Look at the picture for this account. That is freaking awesome. Eyes wide open. I just don't see how she could be. I feel like she would, if she ever had like consciousness again, and I've thought this through a lot. I beg to see her all the time. I've laid out today, and this don't even get me started on that, but I literally ask and beg for any kind of communication. But I just know that she had to wake up and be like, what the fuck? She was so spunky and sassy. Like, oh my God, she is so full of love, but also sassy. And I feel like she was just caught off guard. But anyway. All right, you guys. Needed that Barbie. I know, that was freaking funny. Tony, 40 years. I am so sorry. Oh, hey, don't fake the funk. Let me pull that up just one more time, and I'm going to let you guys go. But that picture was everything. Where's it at? Eyes wide open. It was very, very sudden, Lynn. It was just, yeah. I'm turning 64 next month. I feel blessed to be that old. So many friends and family haven't made it this far. Ain't that the truth? It's so true. And any of us could be gone tomorrow, you know? Y'all laughing at that. That is just so funny. I needed that laugh. So thank you, Eyes Wide Open, for having the best profile picture. Started fading out once when my blood pressure dropped very low. And the crazy thing is, it was pure peace that I was slipping into. Oh, Riley, hopefully this is a helpful comment. Thank you. You guys are the bomb. I know JK is everything. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for hanging out with me today and talking about these couple of cases. And I hope to see you guys in here tomorrow. And Amber, if you're still here, I'm going to message you and probably within the next few minutes. Any of you guys can reach out to me anytime. There's my email on the screen and my Facebook Messenger. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. I hope you guys have a lovely night. I hope you have an awesome weekend too. Hey, Nature Rocks. I will, Lynn. And yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. Wow, that's kind of weird, but with the subject. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.